If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Another episode of the Saints Block Party podcast coming at you, brought to you by Precious Works LLC. If you have any business website needs, make sure you reach out to our guy, Bajan. It is Tuesday night. We're coming at you. I apologize for us getting a late-ish start. My work has been insane the last 2 weeks for whatever reason. And as I was waiting here for us to start the podcast, the amount of sleepiness and just exhaustion hit me tremendously. And I said, listen, I gotta go get me some coffee, or else the energy on this podcast is going to be yuck.
Hey, I get it.
Yuck. But we are back. This is our second episode of the offseason, where we are going to have fun with some mock draft simulators. It is post-combine. It is post-free agency. If you're new to this podcast, please make sure you like, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on an audio medium, please make sure you give those 5 stars and reviews. If you, again, are new to the podcast, this is SBP. I am Adam, joined by my friend, my pal, Ryan, a.k.a. Wolf. And we have covered a multitude of Saints things over the years, including combines, pro days, senior bowls, you name it. We've probably have covered it in some form or fashion. One thing that's still on our bucket list to check off is potentially covering the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is in LA next year. Just saying, when we're doing mock draft simulators, a little bit after the combine, but especially after free agency has come and gone. So that is what we're going to do on this episode. Shout out to our guy, Justin Cash, with the $1 super chat. Thank you, Justin.
How you doing, Just? Hope Just doing better.
Was that I don't think that was Justin. That
wasn't Justin?
No, that was not Justin.
That's just a kid. All right.
No.
I still hope you're doing well, Just. Thank you, Just.
Alfred Andrew said, much love to Wolf. Every time I comment on your Twitter, you always show love back. So, shout out.
Try to, bro.
I can't even remember what your mentions look like.
Hell.
Anyway, one thing we wanted to kind of just talk about before we get into the mock draft simulators. The Saints signed Ty Chandler, running back formerly of the Vikings today. Also puts it out there. They put out like a thank you for Foster Moreau. He's not coming back. Listen,
didn't he sign somewhere? I thought he signed with the Chiefs or something.
Did he? I don't know. I didn't see if he signed with somewhere. I just saw that.
He did. He visit. I don't know.
But as soon as that John Gruden pick came out with Carr,
left,
Moreau, and Jake Haener, bro, I've been like the bride with the list, just crossing through these motherfuckers and just...
Yeah, he signed with the Texans.
Okay.
So, shocked the hell out of me.
Oh, shit, that was Justin that almost... You're right, Wolf, my bad.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin. He also gave us two more super chats of $2. Appreciate you, Justin.
Much
Justin
love,
asked, should the Saints double dip on wide receivers in the draft? Yes. They should. So... they signed Ty Chandler. Foster Moreau's gone. So triplets of Haener, Carr, Moreau, gone.
Gone, bro.
Be gone.
That era is over. We are moving on, baby. We are moving on.
Cam Jordan. Well, I'm gonna circle back to the Ty Chandler thing because I know you maybe watched like a little of them on the like on the All 22 or the breakdown. Cam Jordan went on Teron Armstead's podcast yesterday. I don't even know what time it is. Like, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
What was your? Because I know what my biggest takeaway. I listened to the whole interview, but what was your general?
I did read the quotes though.
Okay, so then per the quotes, then what was your general vibe and sense of how things are progressing or not progressing between the Saints and Cam Jordan right now?
He sound a little salty, bro. Like understandably, he sounds salty. He sounds like a pillar of a team that's been there 15 years and is just expecting some love back. Gave a lot of love to the city, gave a lot of love to the franchise, and he's expecting it in return. But business, the Saints are moving like the business is coming first. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Which is for the first time in a very long time.
A very long time after years of thank you for your service contracts and just kind of loyalty over business. Which look, I mean, I respect that. I respect that to a certain extent, but also you gotta be a little smarter the way you allocate your dollars and gotta use long-term planning and stuff like that. And I just think Cam Jordan is kind of caught in it, unfortunately. And look, I got nothing but respect for him, bro. One of my favorite Saints of all time. He a legend, but I just think he's valuing himself at a certain level, and the Saints aren't. You know what I'm saying? And there's other teams out there, and he got to do his due diligence and figure out where it's at. What I don't like is him kind of, I don't know, it's like he's putting it out there like, and I understand why he feels this way, but like, come on, bro, you made a lot of money with the Saints. You got paid. You got paid really well on some very down seasons where you weren't getting the numbers, So like this whole thing of where like, look, man, I should be paid. I got 10.5 sacks last year. I should be paid accordingly. Da 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 da. It's like you've been taken care of, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like you've been taken care of. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I feel him though, bro. Like I understand. It's emotional. Like it's not. It's
yes.
People like say, well, it's business. It's not personal. It's personal, bro. Like that stuff.
Yes.
When you get involved in stuff like this, it is very, 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 very personal. And being told by a company you work for, which I can relate to, a company you worked for a very long time, that they don't love you like that no more, it hurts. Shit hurts, bro. It pisses you off too. You know what I'm saying?
Demon Tom Slam said, Cam said he has not one, not two, but 3 teams to choose from. I don't.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does, but
okay. Let me reword that. I'm sure he has maybe 3 teams to choose from. However, I wonder if the money is pretty similar for the 3 teams, and so he's in this conundrum of, do I go back to what I know, even though like I may feel like I'm being disrespected for what they're offering, or I could go to a different team, but if they're only maybe offering me, I don't know, $1 million more, is that really? That's where I feel like the conundrum comes from, because I feel like he's waiting potentially for the Saints to be like, all right, Cam, we'll offer you whatever the 2 other teams are, right? And it just seems like they're in this spot where I really feel like edge rusher wise, I don't just feel this, is also just what I've been told. Like they want to get younger. Like they want young juice, whether that be offensive juice or defensive juice. And it's not a disrespect to like Cam. Like I would even be interested to see if the Saints would be interested in like a Joey Bosa or anything like that, just because of the familiarity that there is with Brandon Staley.
Mm-hmm.
but also, like, I feel like they would bring Cam back at the right number. But if the number is not where they feel is right, and I don't know what that number is, I couldn't tell anyone what that number is. I just don't get a sense that they're going to move off of it. Like, they're like, you know what, this is a deep pass rusher draft. We can add a pass rusher in this draft at some point. And I think what is just interesting is like being on Twitter and seeing people who, like, I don't have any emotional connections with players, like Saints football players anymore. Like, I don't. Like, probably, like, if I did have one connection with one last player, it'd be AK, but even that is kind of minimal and marginal to how we were back in 2012 or whenever the Jimmy Graham trade happened.
15, yeah.
Sorry, 15, yeah, my bad. But I just, like, there's, like, this sentiment on Twitter of just, like, for fans to just, like, pay, like, it was with DeMario. Like, they could have paid DeMario what the Jets paid him, and it's like, they could have, but, like, could have and should have are two completely different things.
Right. Because should the Jets be paying DeMario what the Jets are paying DeMario? You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what they want to do. And look, Tyrann Mathieu, he got his show too, and he had some interesting comments because they were just talking about, you know, the veterans, looking like all the veterans are exiting the Saints and all that stuff. And they were talking about it. And he was talking about how basically the Saints, it seems like the Saints want to get the veterans out of there. You know what I'm saying? And he was kind of talking about it from a standpoint of like, you know, man, they should want these vets in there, da-da-da-da-da. But he also talked about how, like, the veterans kind of, like, run the room. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, the old guys kind of run the room, and Brandon Staley kind of want his voice to be running the thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of understand it from Brandon Staley's standpoint because he's like, okay, you got these guys that's been in here, you know, all this time. When they kind of outrank me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Basically what Tyrann said. They outranked the defense coordinator. So it could be one of those things where, like, Brandon Staley, like, look, man, I got to come in. I need my guys. You know what I'm saying? I need to institute my culture, my guys. Yes, we respect these guys. They've been great culture guys. They've been great leaders, da-da-da-da-da. But I need to build my own leaders. You know what I'm saying? My own leaders that come from my line, which I understand that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? His standpoint completely. And plus, it's just as Jordan Rodriguez put it perfectly in the recent article she put out in the
our girl Jordan was spitting.
Our girl Jordan spitting, bro. Probably the best NFL writer out right now, like big time, like for like the whole league. I go straight to her articles when something pop out. I don't care what it's about. I'm gonna read it. But she said it perfectly. Like, they are like just smartly trying to get younger and better at the same time, and it's just like a fine little line.
Super fine, bro.
Trying to just target, and they're doing it right. Like, I just think they're doing the right thing, man. They are for a change.
Listen, and that's the thing with us on this podcast. We have, for almost 6 years, when shit has not been right, we have called them on shit when shit hasn't been right. When shit has been done well, we would give them props. Don't matter if the coach was Sean Payton, no matter if the coach was Dennis Allen, no matter now with the coach being Kellen Moore. The funny thing is, of all three, like, the common denominator of all three of those coaches is that the GM has consistently not changed. Like, the GM has been the same. So, which is funny and interesting because if you just go back to, I think I said this during like the off season or even during preseason before last year's season started, I said a big thing that potentially could, I don't want to say save Mickey's job, but like just have him being looked into a different light is that if he's able to hit on a head coach and hit on a quarterback. And potentially right now, like, they're in the position where it potentially looks like they potentially have hit on both. Potentially, right? I'm just throwing it out there, potentially. But to your point, right, what you're talking about and what Jordan Rodriguez had hit on, so there was this brewing discussion in our Discord. Well, it was, and it kind of comes and goes, and it's kind of just a brewing overall discussion in regards to, like, okay, so you saw what Sean Payton got Jalen Waddle from the Dolphins, which there was a first. I put this in our Discord. There was a first on the table for Waddle at the trade deadline. Anyway, deal finally happens. So now there are people who are like, should the Saints trade for AJ Brown? And I get my thing with the AJ Brown thing is going back to that, walking that line of like young and what have you, is like, I feel like, I want to be careful how I say this because I'm not trying to make it negative. With how last season ended and what the moves that they've made in free agency, I feel like maybe people are thinking that right now the Saints team is better than it actually is. Like, it feels like people feel like this Saints team is like just about to go out there and walk into the NFC South Championship very easily. And like, we have to see it first. So like, my pushback about the AJ Brown thing is like, bruh, giving up 42, like the 42nd overall pick plus some for AJ Brown, like, this team is not an AJ Brown away type of team. Even if you use the Stephon Diggs scenario or analogy, like, that was a very team-friendly contract that the Patriots signed him to, and they had no risk after year one. If you trade for AJ Brown, like, he might want a contract extension. Like, it's not going to be a situation where you're going to get out of that contract after 1 year. So while they have done targeted but yet cautious in what they've done free agency, we even got the Travis Achan contract come out, and it basically looks like it's maybe like a 2-year, $12 million deal, like, for all intents and purposes. Now we look into the draft, and it's like, and their draft picks, it's like, can this team still be quote unquote aggressive, but also like, are there some buffers like on there that don't get out of control? Like, they're at 8, Alvaro Reese falls to like 4, Mickey's like trying to call and give up like a 2027 first round. Whoa.
It's a delicate balance, man. Delicate balance. I pulled up that Jordan article. I just wanted to read that last part where she asked, okay, what's the most interesting move? Not skipping building steps or overreacting. The Saints are behaving methodically despite the excitement around Shough, spending on players who can be weight-bearing walls in the next phase of their team building, while attuned to bring down the age of the team. Perfectly said. Like, especially the weight-bearing walls. Like,
weight-bearing walls,
you're building the like I talked about it on the last episode from last week. You're building like the foundation of the team, you know, with guys like David Edwards and Achan and bringing Ellis back and stuff like that. How good would these players be? Will it be Pro Bowlers or All Pro? I don't know, but those are like good, solid,
good football players, bro.
Just good football players, and the Saints desperately need that. Just good, solid football players.
Just the talent level of those 3 players, and then offensive lineman at punter, the talent of the good talent of the team increased. Like,
increased.
Period.
Right.
Like, it increased.
Yes, exactly. And that's the line they're trying to thread right now. Now, you can go ahead and get like some super, like, just excite player, AJ Brown or something like that. And you would expect him to just like really add a lot to your team offensively. But man, you know, that's a big personality. That's a lot of money that you're going to give up. That's a lot of picks.
Draft compensation.
And you're just not there yet as an organization, man. Like, right there, like, that to me, that would be just kind of putting all your chips in. That's a move I would do. Okay, say the Saints have a good year. Like, say they have a really good year.
There it is.
Shough looking legit. Kellen Moore showing growth. Defense looking good. You know, maybe they win 9 games, sneak into the playoffs, wild card, you know, whatever happens in the playoffs. And now when they get to the end of next season,
they're
looking like, man, we got something here. We just need this, and this, and we can really make a run in the playoffs. Then you go and then you feel solidified to go and make a move for a splash trade or something like that.
Yes.
But right now, you're still kind of in that, I need to see it. Shough played, 9 games? We don't even know if he's really that dude. We want to believe it, and it looks like he is, but we don't really know. He got to faces a couple top 5 defenses, bro. Let's see how you look. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore, let's see how you strategize when your team is struggling against some really good teams, and you gotta have a must-win game. And can you coach your way out of some games where you fall behind and stuff like that? Like, we just got a lot to prove before we go spending all kind of draft capital and money on veterans that could just add just a little couple of points to the team.
I perfectly said, and I do wonder how much, because obviously we know, like, ultimately, if Mickey wants to make a move, he'll make one. But I do wonder, maybe unlike when Dennis Allen was the head coach, that because Kellen just has, I don't even know how to describe it, but just better football intelligence as a head coach than Dennis Allen did, he's able to, like, steer Mickey, like, whoa, buddy.
Don't it just seem like they're just a little more sane? I don't know.
Right. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, It does,
weird.
And I think that is partly on Kellen. I've essentially been told 2 things. I've been told that, and I've said this on the podcast, so I don't feel like I'm saying anything that hasn't been said, that there's like a GM think tank in the front office, bro. Like, they have Dimitrov, they have Jeff Ireland, was it Randy Mueller? They have
Mueller, Mueller.
They have so many GMs or former GMs.
Kai, assistant GM, man.
Sorry.
Kai ain't just doing Excel sheets, bro. Kai.
Okay. All right, bro. Sure. Anyway.
DEI.
I'll ask you this, right? Okay. If Kai was promoted, let's say Mickey went to, like, I don't know, whatever the title would be. Like, the rumors came out, a couple of years ago? Let's say Kai got promoted to GM, okay? Are the Saints getting 2 third-round picks for Kai becoming GM, or is it going to be an Atlanta Falcons situation where they're pissed that they're not getting 2 third-round picks because Ian Cunningham is a GM, but Matt Ryan is still basically the one who's making all the fucking calls? Like, come on, you can't fool me, bruh. Bruh, you should have been at that Falcons podium and that Bears podium, because, like, they were hot. And then I realized why the NFL wasn't giving him the 3rd round picks, and I was like, yeah, it makes fucking sense. Like, he's a GM and that's his title, but he's not one
not running the team.
Like, and then you had Ryan Poles, who's like a complete, like, he has a lot of coonish tendencies. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. Coffee got me going, and he was just like, well, I don't just, I just don't understand, like, why, like, basically it was like not saying, like,
he started arguing against himself, honestly, like.
Yeah, like, it was a coon ass statement, bro. And I was like at his podium, and I was like, "Did you you don't understand why the NFL has made this an incentive because of how difficult it is for like black front office people to become GMs? Like,
as one yourself,
seriously, nigga, I can't. Anyway, that's a whole nother tangent for another day. Let me catch up on the chat. Someone said the hashtag blank talk has convinced me to come to the meetup. I'm gonna let you assume what blank is, but it starts with four letters. Mark said Cam was having an existential crisis on Teron Armstead's pod earlier. Tony, which I think is a great, said getting some answers to what is the vision. Very much so.
Yeah,
very much so.
Nah, man. Like, and what's funny is like in juxtaposed to that the Denver Broncos Dolphins trade. That was very much a old Saints type of move. Even though he was getting juice, like we know, like Sean and the whole juice thing, blah blah blah. But still, like there's just the aggressive move, which was funny because Broncos fans been like complaining all week, bro, because they ain't made no move, no signings or nothing. Then boom, big trade, 1st round pick, a 3rd rounder, a 4th rounder, something like that.
Yep.
Whew. And I was just like, man, that's funny because. like the Saints are operating sane now, and here goes Sean. So just imagine Sean and Loomis working together. There was no check. There was no check. It was just two nuts in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like just two nutcases, bro. You can't have that. So at least now you got Loomis. Loomis is very much like, look, man, we want a guy, we're gonna go get him. And Kelly's more like, you know.
Which I know we bagged on him of how in some ways like that's an annoying trait of his, but
right.
In some situations like it actually lends to be a strength. Now on game day, then it's like, bro, throw the challenge flag, motherfucker.
Right,
like,
throw the damn flag, bro. Like go for it. It's 4th and 1. You're right there. Just go, damn it. Shit.
But like you said, like outside of like game days, I think we are really seeing how that can be really, really beneficial and kind of holding Mickey in check, which has been good for the team. Let's go to Ty Chandler, who they signed in free agency today. Just overall thoughts of your just super quick snapshot of what you saw.
Immediately he looks like a Kendra Miller replacement. He reminded me of Kendra Miller. You know, he got some explosiveness to him. Can catch the ball. Kind of feast or famine as a running back, like a lot of 1-yard runs. Then he'll pop some nice ones off. Been injured a ton, like Kendra Miller on IR last year. Got hurt his rookie year. Does some special team stuff. I think it's a good pickup, but nothing like he might not even make the team. Put it like that. Like right. It's nothing to write home about. It does make me wonder about Estime. Like, will they bring him back?
Yeah, that's that was my first question.
Because just watching him, I kind of like Estime a little better, just as far as like a pure running back, just like a down and down running back. But this kid, he has a little more explosive, there's a little more upside to him, I guess. And nothing like you get a player like that, I'm sure his contract like super cheap.
Super cheap, yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't hurt bringing in a guy with upside like that just to see what happens.
No, I mean I haven't watched him, but my first reaction was the whole Estime thing as well, in terms of like what does that mean. But also Estime is kind of a player where like you could just wait and get him. Yeah. But I know, bro. But then,
we'll holler at you in September, bro. Just chill, bro.
Right, like the backup chick, like down on your list, where like if you like just struck out with like boom, you like, I guess.
I'll go ahead and call her. See what
That's what
doing.
It feels like, because you know she gonna pick up, bro. You like, Anyway, Justin Cash asks, what will you be willing to give up as Reese did fall to 4 or 5? Nothing, bro. Like I'm not trading up for a player in this draft. Like I'm not, man. And
man, Reese though, Reese. I can't. I give up a little something. Not much though. No.
Okay, let me word this. If I could trade up using, I'll even say this. If he failed a 4 or 5, and if I could trade up to 4 and 5 to draft him, only giving up a 3rd and a 4th, but you still keep 42, I'd do it.
I think I'd do it. 3rd and a 4th, and we got an extra 4th.
And we got an extra 4th, I'd do it. Anything more than that, can't do it.
Because he one of them load-bearing walls type players, bro. Like, you get that, boy.
Okay, so Justin's now put this out there. Would you give up a 2027 second to go get him? So you keep 42, you keep your 3rd, and you keep your 4th, but you're giving up a 2027, one of the like all-time drafts.
I don't want to give up nothing from that shit, bro. Honestly, outside, like I'll give up day 3 picks next year, but like, man, top 100, I want all my top 100 picks next year, bro. I want all of them, man. Can't do it. Can't do it.
But then I go back like it's Reese though.
Can I throw a player in there, or Werner, or Ruiz, or somebody? Think about people always said, but you got to put in the player people want, man.
Yeah, like,
and I don't even know who would they want. Fuaga? I don't know.
Yeah, like the Saints still don't have like a whole bunch of like tradable assets, bro. Like,
Right.
they don't. Like people, they be calling like, can you keep putting Kevin Banks in the truck? Like,
like no.
Get off the phone. Let's take our first break right here, and we're gonna come back, start some mock draft fun, and then take our second break after we've done two. But appreciate y'all for joining us on a Tuesday night. We will be back right after this break. We are back. Just catching up in the chat. We currently have 57 concurrent viewers, 165 views. We appreciate y'all joining us on a late Tuesday night. And
appreciate y'all.
Our dude Jake said this wide receiver group and tight end group is deep this year. All fun and games until Bailey and Timpton are out there running routes.
Speak on it.
Listen,
Speak on it.
Who was it? It was Ian, the fantasy football guy. I don't know if it's Harzit, something like that.
Yeah.
Posted like, and here's the thing, man. It's funny when like outside people start talking about the Saints wide receiver depth.
Yeah.
Because like we literally have been talking about the Saints wide receiver depth for 6 fucking years.
6
fucking years. And it's like
500 something episodes.
And then all I did was just put a thread I saw on Saints Report a couple of days ago, because that is such a prevailing thought of just like, oh, like, you know, the Saints, they got Jalen Polk, he was a second rounder. They got Valet, he played well last year. And then you got Trey Palmer. Don't forget about Trey Palmer. Like,
tell Trey Palmer don't forget about Trey Palmer.
But yeah, you have a team like the Rams who had Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and they were trying to trade for A.J. Brown. Now, maybe Devontae Adams would have maybe went back to the Eagles, but like they were either trying to trade for A.J. Brown with having Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, and they might potentially draft the Rams at 13 overall. And yet you want the Saints to line up against the Rams and compete against that when they're pulling out.
The tournament is back. The upsets are inevitable. Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at Duke versus Saints and selecting Caden Bozier for higher than 1 3-pointer. Download the app today and use promo code BLOCKPARTY to score $50 in bonus entries when you play the first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
That on offense, we pulling out Chris Olave and
you gotta talk about look at the Bears. Like even the Bears. Bears got Dunze, they got Burden. They drafted Colston Loveland last year while they already had Cole Kmet. Had DJ, they just traded him, but they had DJ Moore. What's his name? DJ Moore. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
It drives me up a fucking wall. Wait, Adam means draft Mekhi Lemon at 13, but he's seeing red. I don't even know what I said. I got so mad. Yes, Jake, that's exactly what I meant. Don't know what I said. I felt like I said that, but maybe I didn't say that. Anyhow, it is mock draft time. So what I've already set it up. We're gonna do 4 different mock drafts, only 2 rounds for each one. Oh, I said they're taking the Rams at 13. Sorry, I meant Mekhi Lemon. Thank you. I was seeing red. Like shit just gets me hot. Just ugh. So we're gonna do 4 mock drafts, 2 rounds each. After the second mock draft, we're gonna take our final break and then come back. We're doing Pro Football Network's PFFs and then 2 others. And it's gonna be fun. Like, we enjoy the mock draft episodes. I'm just letting the chat know ahead of time because of the window is going to be maximized. I'm not going to be seeing anything that was in the chat. Typically what happens is that people are like yelling for us to like draft a certain player, and I don't see it until we're done. So let me make sure I share this correctly. And if you are listening to the audio version, we'll talk you through it as much as we can. But this episode, like episodes like this, are very much a medium where it's easier to follow along if you're watching. But if you're listening to the audio medium, we will keep you in touch as much as we can. So we're going to start with Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator. It tends to be my favorite, especially if you change the players list in terms of the rankings to consensus. It really feels very much how the draft could actually go. So 2 rounds, going normal speed. New Orleans, we're diving right into it. Wolf, we're just diving right. Fernando Mendoza off the board. The Jets draft Jeremiah Love at 2. Just hiding all that real quick. The Cardinals take Ruben Bain, 3rd overall. David Bailey, 4th overall to the Titans. Carnell Tate, wide receiver, to the Giants. Francis Amoyaga to the Browns at 6. And then Alvaro Reese.
Reese was right there, boy, at 7, boy.
I'd cry, Wolf. I'd fall, as Dante likes to say, bro, I would fall to my fucking knees, bro. Just fall, bro. Oh, God.
Oh.
So, on the board, we have Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Mansour Delane, and then Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson. I'm not going to read any more other than that. If this is how the board fell, how are you feeling?
This feels honestly very realistic. Maybe Sonny Styles goes a little early, but I could see he's a linebacker. I could see him still being there.
I can't see Ruben Bain going that high. I might be wrong. Like the NFL might shock me.
Ruben Bain I don't know. I could see him going very early. I could see him going very late.
Like 15, 16, 17. And I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Most likely he will still be on the board. But I could see just like players available looking very similar to this.
Very similar.
In reality. I think for me, I would go Caleb Downs here. Just to get him out the way, because I'm sure he's going to be here on the next 3 mock drafts we do. So let's just get that out the way, because that's supposed to be, if y'all follow our prospect of the week, you know he's one of our favorite players in the draft. So,
okay.
Caleb Downs is.
The Chiefs drafted Sonny Styles right after the Saints.
Bitch.
The Bills trade up to draft Jordan Tyson. Ooh, spicy. Peter Woods to the Bears. DA and Peter Woods, match made in heaven.
Made in heaven, bro.
So now we're into round 2. The Cardinals draft Ty Simpson with their 2nd round pick. We are on the board.
I want juice.
I didn't. Okay, so this is on me. I didn't even look at trade offers. Okay,
no trades.
I'm not gonna look at. Do you want to move down?
Nope.
For Philly 2027 second.
Get them out of my face, man.
We could pick up an extra 3rd from the Packers if we move down 10 spots, though, in this draft. An extra 3rd in this draft. So having 2 3s to move down 10 spots. That's enticing, Wolf. I'm just that.
Okay, let's get it.
All right. We're moving down. They draft Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State. Let's see. Oh, are we? AJ Halsey. All right, not doing any more trades. Done with trades. You said you want juice. Chris Bell's on the board.
Boy, wouldn't that be lovely, boy? We trade down and Chris Bell's still there,
and we pick up an extra 3rd, bro. I would pass out, Ryan. I'd pass out. Oh, are we locking it in, bro?
Who else is there? Just
okay. They have
juice though.
Anthony. Oh, okay, so I'm not even. They have Eli Stores, tight end from Vanderbilt. Chris Brazel, wide receiver from Tennessee. Jadarian Price, running back from Notre Dame. Max Clare, tight end, Ohio State.
That's some good options. I'm gonna stick with old Chris Bell though.
I'm just lock it in, bro. Just go ahead and lock it in. So that's it. We're not going to do any trades. We're just going to let it play out. But using the PFN mock draft simulator, we took Caleb Downs at 8 overall. We moved down 10 spots in the second round to 52 with the Packers and picked up an extra third-round pick and drafted Chris Bell at 52 overall, bruh.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming in an epic global gaming league video game showdown. 4 rounds, multiple games, 1 winner, plus a halftime performance by multi-platinum artist Travie McCoy. Watch all the action and see who wins and advances to the championship match against Neo right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
You could save thousands by refinancing your student loans with Earnest. What does thousands really mean? That could buy 438 unicorn pool floats. Or a trip to Europe where you find yourself, but mostly find bread and cheese. Earnest means competitive rates, flexible terms, and 0 fees. Visit earnest.com today to check your rate in minutes. No credit impact, no catch. Earnest loans are made by Earnest Operations LLC. Terms and conditions apply. Refinancing savings may vary.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
I'd be
That
naked.
would be beautiful. Naked.
I'd be naked. Naked. Let me. Does it change? Okay, so it did change. All right. So now we're switching it over to this is PFF's mock draft simulator. Already have it up and ready to go. Wolf. Like I had it set. So let's just dive into it.
Good job.
All right. First overall, Fernando Mendoza. Ruben Bain to the Jets. Jeremiah Love to the Cardinals. Reese to the Titans. Sonny Styles to the Giants. Mayoga to the Browns. Caleb Downs goes a pick before the Saints to the Commanders. And so now it is David Bailey on the board. Mansour Delane on the board. Carnell Tate on the board. Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson are still on the board.
Man,
Listen.
it's a
To
buffet
me-
right here.
To me, if the draft felt like this, and we'll talk about this on Patreon only, YouTube members only. I'd be hard pressed not to take David Bailey at 8 right now.
Hard press, bro. Best pass rusher, best pure pass rusher in the draft. Saints need an edge rusher. It's one where need and value meet. Can't beat that,
Yes.
bro. Best player available, and you need it.
So that's me. Like, are you okay if I move with David Bailey if the draft felt like this?
Hell yeah.
That
Hell
Caleb Downs.
yeah.
That Caleb Downs going to pick before the Saints are on the clock. It's going to feel like a fucking shotgun blast in the chest. Woof. But David Bailey is not a bad consolation prize at all. Carnell Tate goes to the Dolphins. The Rams drafted Kenyon Sadiq. Ugh. He would be. Yeah. Let's see any other. Denzel Boston, wide receiver to the Browns. Jordan Tyson to the Bills. Like, he fell to the Bills.
Caleb Banks keep going first round.
I don't believe it. Casey Concepcion to the Giants. Pons to the Chiefs. We're on the board again. Now, these are PFF rankings in terms of the players. So they have Zion Young as an edge rusher. We just drafted an edge rusher. Ty Simpson's on the board. Honestly, if I was the Saints, I would see who maybe would be trying to trade to 42 to maybe draft Ty Simpson and seeing if you could okie doke a team and get them that way. There's, I don't love this. Hold on, let me change this because I want to see the wide receivers on the board. So Chris Bell's on the board again. Bernard, wide receiver from Alabama's on the board. Chris Brazel's on the board from Tennessee. If we went to look at the tight ends in terms of juice, so you have Eli Stores, you have Max Clare. Still a lot of options round two wise at 42. What are you feeling if this is how it played out and they did add David Bailey at 8 overall in the draft?
With wide receiver, since we went Chris Bell already, Chris Brazel, bro, like, man, I like him. I just have some trepidation with him, man. Maybe I just need to do more work.
No, bro, I do too, Wolf. I do too.
He just screams like there's that wide receiver almost every draft that's just like got the speed and all that, the size. It's just like they just kind of like they never really grow into anything more. Did I see? What about Zachariah Branch? Is he there?
He is there. I love me some Zachariah Branch.
Oh man,
this is harder than it was in the first one.
Yeah, because I'm trying not to pick Chris Bell over and over. Like, okay, we'll get that out the way. Max Clare calling me.
Max Clare, I would be fine with Max Clare. Eli Stores.
I like Eli Stores too.
So here's another question. Are you set on getting Juice in round 2 after they went edge rusher at 8?
I'm pretty set on getting Juice in round 2, bro. Like, I feel like...
And I will say this. I'm giving this out free of charge. I think if the Saints went defense in round 1 in this upcoming draft, I get this feeling that they very much would like to go offense in round 2, whether that's running back, whether that's wide receiver, whether that's tight end. I feel like if they bypass on offensive juice at 8, they are going to want to add offensive juice at 42, or maybe there's a player that they love offensively and it's like if it's a late first, they can maybe make a trade and move back up in the first to add offensive juice. That is just the overall vibe and sense that I'm just getting and kind of feeling in terms of what this team is. I was focused on right receivers and tight ends. I didn't even think about running backs. How would you feel about, I know people would say it's a reach. Our guy, Tony Pauline, has linked the Saints to Mike Washington, running back of Arkansas, very much so. How would you feel if Mike Washington?
Hey, I like me some Mike Washington, bro. My boy Cole, he an Arkansas fan, and he said it would be a reach. Like, he really likes Mike Washington too, but he said it would be a reach in a second. I don't think so, bro. I just think he's a good player, man. Once you get to the second round, you just want good players. This one hard, bro.
It is, man. This one tough. This is me. I haven't watched a ton of Mike Washington, but I've watched enough of him. And what I would say is that if you draft Mike Washington at 42, your identity of your team is really coming into picture. It's already come into picture with free agency, but you have the guard in David Edwards, you got Travis Achan, and now you're drafting Mike Washington. That really shows like this is going to be a physical, run-heavy, power team. We can maybe run the ball with Tyler Shough. And overall, yeah, he's going to pass. Like, he obviously has shown that he can pass, but we're going to take a lot of the pressure off of him. All Tyler Shough needs to do is go out there, be a point guard. Like, if there are games that you need for him to put on the cape, we've seen it against teams last year. Now, obviously, those teams, the defenses weren't great, but we've seen against teams last year that he can show that he can put on the cape from time to time and go out and get a win and show traits of being a quarterback that is win because of. But you just take the pressure off of him to just go out there and just play. That's why I would advocate for Mike Washington at 42. Because then you're
bro. Go for it. Sold.
Put me in the war room. Put me in the war room.
Yeah, Chris Bell go right next to it.
Right after Wolf. Literally a pick right after. I want to see the PFF grades. They're gonna give like the Mike Washington pick like a D, bro. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh yeah.
All right. What I tell you, Wolf? I was close.
F. It was an F.
Felt in my bones, Wolf. Felt it in my bones. All right. So that was the PFF one, and then I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then we're going to take our last break and come back and do the last two. I just want to see what the chat was saying because I know they were like screaming in regards to players. All right. Beanie Marble said, "Awesome show, guys. Jerry, are you in here tonight?"
Shout out Jerry. That's my guy right there.
Jerry's
guy.
Jerry's not in here tonight.
Jerry in here, man.
And Impo Loki said, "What about O-line in round 2? Absolutely fucking not.
Blocked.
I'd be fine going O-line round 3. Round 2, though?
Blocked.
Can't do it. Jack, wait, hold on. I'm confused. I'm now confused. Justin Cash was almost in a car accident because it was Jack Hunter, so that's why it was a J name.
Yeah, you're right. It was Jack Hunter.
Can Justin clarify if he was also in a near-death experience and we got 2 J names in the chat that's almost potentially died? Because I was like, no, it wasn't Justin. It was Jack.
Jack Hunter.
Anyway, Jack Hunter said Mike Washington not a bad pick. He could be He could be our smash for A-Chan's dash. Man, also Mike Washington ran like an insane 40. Like I don't.
Yeah, he's like dash too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that would be a nasty tandem, bro.
It would be. Justin said, "No, I was not." See, you couldn't fool me, Wolf. I knew that didn't feel right.
We got to the bottom of it.
Right. Demon Time Slime said, "Chris Johnson in round 2 if you go offensive juice in the first."
Yeah. I was thinking like a Chris Johnson or Scott or somebody like that too. But I'm like, man, I need juice, bro. Damn it.
I love me some Scott, bro.
Me too.
Love me some Scott. Like, he is 25. I think he's 25, right? 25 version of CD Deuce in this draft. That's him. That is like his comp.
That's my type of DBs, bro. I love him.
And not only that, just not like he's good. Like he's a good ass player. Yeah. His only knock is he's an older player. That's it.
Yeah. Like a lot of those Indiana guys. Yeah. Oh, well, he's Miami. I'm sorry.
Miami, yeah. Jake said, "I would not want to tackle Mike Washington. That big and that fast, and he kind of runs with low pad level naturally." Listen, gimme. We're going to take
I was talking highly of him today.
Was he?
Ross Tucker, yeah.
Jack Hunter said, "I had to do an AK juke on the car that was flying at me, and luckily the tree wasn't named Trevor Penny."
AK juke.
Could you imagine if the tree was named Trevor Penny, bro? And like the little gif we use in our Discord where he on the ground, bro, like he can't get up. Jack wouldn't be in this chat right now.
Oh,
anyhow, it's also crazy that he got like a 1-year, $4.5 million deal from the Chargers. Like, I need to see that contract because I know it's not actually $4.5 million. I know it's not.
Go ahead, Penny. I'm proud of you, bro.
Let's take our last break of the show. We're going to come back and do 2 more mock drafts on this latest episode of Saints Block Party Podcast. We'll be right back after. We are back. So now we're going to use the NFL mock draft database. This one tends to be a little wonky in terms, I've used them before, and some of the things that they do in terms of their selections is very head scratching. So it just may lead to a very wild picks that happened during the mock draft. So but everything's set up. 2 rounds. We're diving right into it. Let's just get started. And so we've gone defense heavy the first 2 mock drafts that we did. So got to see who's on the board. I don't know if it just depends who's there. We'll just let's keep it pushing. Fernando Mendoza, Reese. Okay, this is pretty straight. Okay, this feels very real. So
share your screen.
Oh, bruh, my bad. Just out here, just getting it in, bruh. I say that it gets wild, but the top 10 picks went very much how I feel like the draft could go. What we're looking at right now is the Chiefs are offering us 40 overall. So basically we don't get a first back, if I'm looking at this correctly. No. We would basically trade our first away to get 40 overall, 74 overall. No, I'm not doing any of that. The Raiders 2027 first round pick, Wolf? to trade away 8, nigga.
If this was real life, I'm taking this. I want the Raiders first round pick.
Yes,
I want it.
So let's put this disclaimer out. If this was a real trade that the Las Vegas Raiders offered the Saints, where they would trade their 2027 first round pick to get the Saints' 8th overall pick in the draft, and we don't get a first round pick this year, like we basically are trading away our first round pick,
and
we would get
fans would be pissed,
nigga. Could you imagine if that, like, not that I would, bro, but could you imagine if that actually happened on draft night? Like, we got the draft meetup, and, like, we already...
No first round pick.
Listen, bro, I would be drinking drinks like we had drafted Jeremiah Love. Because that first round pick next year, more than likely, is at least going to be maybe top 5, if not top 3, if not first overall.
Bro.
I'm just saying. A first round pick next year, a 3rd round pick next year, a 4th round pick next year, and the Saints would have 2 first round picks in 2027, and one of maybe more the better drafts of all time. Like that Raiders first round pick would probably turn into Jeremiah Smith. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you. We're not going to accept it for the sake of the pod. No. But if this was real, I'm taking it immediately. So I'm rejecting the trade, and no Jacksonville. All right. So to catch you up because you didn't see my screen, Mendoza went first. Reese went to the Jets. Mariaga went to the Cardinals. David Bailey went to the Titans. Sonny Styles to the Giants. Spencer Fano to the to the Browns, and then Ruben Bain to the Commanders. That also feels very likely. Now
it does.
Ooh. You got Jeremiah Love still on the board. You got Caleb Downs. You got Carnell Tate, Mansour Delane. You still have Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson in the wide receivers. You have all the wide receivers. And Jeremiah Love and Caleb Downs. We went Caleb Downs in the first one. I feel like this one, I think we got to take Jeremiah Love, Wolf. I think we got to take him.
Got to take him, bro?
Listen.
He's my favorite player in the draft, bro. Number one, my number one player.
I think you take him. He's if he's not BPA 1 between him and Caleb Downs, he's immediately BPA 2 if the draft broke down like this.
And look, man, I know people say, "Oh, we just played H-Hand." It's 2 years, $24 million, bro. We've had Reggie and Deuce. We had AK and Mark Ingram. Like, you could make that work. 2 guys. Then think about it. Both of them work in the pass game. Mm-hmm. Both of them physical between the tackles. Bruh, you could lean on teams, boy. You could lean on teams. I know. And then, okay. Maybe at some point you're like, okay, it's time for Jeremiah Love to just be the lead dog. No help, just him. And then you let H-Chain go, you trade him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You move on. It's not that big a deal. It happens all the time in the NFL. I would do it. I'm going BPA. I'm taking the best player in the draft, and I'm moving.
That's Jordan Tyson went to the Rams. But yeah, I put the pick in, Wolf. I put it in. Peter Woods went to the Chargers, which is a very interesting but yet a very good fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
So on the board again, I'm not trading Radar. No, not trading our second overall pick. So this is how the board felt. We went offense. We went offense. At 8 overall, taking Jeremiah Love. So we have Emmanuel McNeil-Warren from Toledo, very highly tied at safety, fell to the second round. You have TJ Parker, I'm good. Colton Hood, cornerback from Tennessee. Bro, I think Colton Hood might be too good to pass up. And you have Chris Johnson. And you have Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State.
Yeah, bro. I think we had to go back to the Tennessee well, bro, and get Colton Hood, man. Like that's hard to pass up right there, bro.
And it just feels like that the Saints will do, if they go offense in round 1, then they're going to go defense in round 2. If they go defense in round 1, they're going to go offense in round 2. And cornerback is a need. Like
it's
straight
a need.
Up. It's a need. I'm sending it in. Woof. There, sent in.
Man, you tell me we walk out of the draft with Jeremiah Love and arguably like the second best corner. Some people have him as the number 1 corner in this draft. Colton Hood, like shit.
Got an A and an A+. Okay, so I'm keeping a mental note of what we've done so far. So the first one was Caleb Downs and Chris Bell. The second one, and we got an extra third round pick with drafting Chris Bell. Second one, we went David Bailey, Mike Washington. This one right now, we just went Jeremiah Love, Colton Hood. So then at the end, I'm going to ask you which one of all those you prefer. Give me a quick second, catching up on the chat, see what the chat is saying. Let's see. Wesley said, late to the stream, so going back to the beginning, but appreciate the content, guys. Can't wait for the draft. Appreciate you. How do you feel about Lance from North Dakota State University? That's Trey Lance's brother. I have no idea. I have no opinion of him. Jack Hunter said, I would counter with a second and a fourth this year and their first and third in 2027. I think at that point, if the Raiders are offering you their 2027 first round pick, you take it and you just take it. Luke said trade back. No, we were not going to trade back. Wayne said I would demand Kellen. I would demand Kellen to essentially use the running backs in the passing game. Jack Hunter said that offense with both those guys would be sick, and you finish the offensive line bully ball. Yes, and then Tron said Downs and Chris Bell. We'll get into that. We have one more left. Got one more left. Let's finish this out. Thought on Oscar Depp, maybe 4th round. That's a tight end from Georgia. I have not watched him, so I can't give you
I haven't watched him.
An opinion on him. All right. This is one I haven't used, but I did use it before. Played around with it a little bit before. This is what? Fanspeak. Fanspeak.com. This is our last one of the night. Lindo, Jeremiah Love to the Giants. Okay, that's too hard for me to see. Mawiaga to the Cardinals. Carnell Tate to the Titans. Spencer Fanu to the Giants. Makai Lemon to the Browns. Ruben Bain to the Commanders. What?
Boy,
Nigga,
I wish, boy.
Nigga, I'm not even talking to you. Just run the pick.
Just
in,
do
bro.
it. Run
Just
the
ran
pick.
in. Didn't care. I would be just. I don't think it could happen. Like crazier things have happened in the NFL draft. Thinking back to the Laramie Tunsil situation, but if Reese fell to the Saints, they didn't have to trade up, and he just fell to 8. Why is Sonny Styles still on the board?
What the hell?
I'm very confused.
Man, this fast speak shit broke, man.
Broke. I guess start round 2. Sonny Styles just chilling, bro. I don't know what's going on. Okay, he went.
Oh, he finally got drafted.
Sonny Styles went 38th overall to the Texans of all fucking teams. Wolf. Okay. All right. So we have Arvell Reese picked at 8. I'll say this. I know they really need juice, but if Terrell, cornerback from Clemson, was there at 42, bruh. I haven't did a deep dive in his tape like we did with Mansour Delane's, but just the bit that I've seen, I think I might even prefer him as a corner to Delane. Like, his tape is extremely impressive. I know how much they need juice, but I'd be hard pressed to pass on Terrell if he was there at 42. And this crazy
Adam is turning his nose to juice. Can you believe it?
Because then you have a defense. Because the thing with Terrell, if he hits, he has true cornerback 1 potential. I don't mean like Kool-Aid McKinstry cornerback 1. I mean like cornerback 1. So then to get Reese and to get
Reese,
bro, you've transformed your defense. You've transformed your defense.
Can't build Roman today, bro. I'm rolling with it.
All right, we're taking Reese and Terrell in this broken fanspeak.com draft that is so unrealistic. Although I say that, and then there was that time when we were doing this and I forgot to pick for the second round, and it gave us that offensive lineman that ended up being very good. I can't remember who it was. Oh, Rosengardner, I believe. We're done. Okay, so this is how the draft that first 7. Okay, all right, sure. So now getting back to the chat. First draft, Caleb Downs, Chris Bell. We added a third round pick from the Packers. Second draft was David Bailey, Mike Washington. Third draft was Jeremiah Love and Colton Hood. Fourth draft, Reese, Terrell. Which draft, if one could actually happen, which draft would you prefer on draft night?
I think I'm gonna roll with the first one. One, because I like picking up that extra third, and it just feels like there's a possibility it could happen. Now, Chris Bell falling that far, I doubt it, but man, if you come away with Downs, who was one of our favorite players in the draft, and get Chris Bell, who was considered, like a top 15 player coming into this draft, but got hurt, obviously. You get him and Caleb Downs, bro. I got to roll with that one, bro. Like that one would have me feeling really good about the Saints going into the draft. I liked all the drafts, though, bro. Like that David Bailey one, loved that one. The one with Jeremiah Love and you get Hood, but I just don't. Hood ain't gonna be there in no second round. Like I'm like,
and I don't think Jeremiah Love is gonna be there either.
But, yeah, Jeremiah Love. Yeah.
So I would go. This is me. It's not. And the most unrealistic one is the fourth one. Like there's not a chance that happens. Even though they don't because of how unrealistic it is, it's hard for me to pick the fourth one because it's just that unrealistic.
Right.
But just weighted across similarly, I would go with the fourth one which is crazy because the fourth one doesn't have juice. And if you know me, you know how important that has
Adam
been.
Don't want juice. Adam don't want the juice.
But to get Reese and to get Terrell, bro, I just think you've transformed your defense. And then after that, every draft pick after that needs to be juice,
bro.
Juice. But to get Reese and Terrell, that's my favorite, but it's also the most unrealistic. If I had to be in terms of pick one that's the most realistic, to me, it's the first one. To mirror you. Just you get one of the best players in the draft and Caleb Downs at 8. You add a third round pick that you can do a lot of things with in terms of the direction you go. And you get Chris Bell, who you don't you don't need for him to be like ready come week one. Like he might be, but you kind of take the pressure off of him to kind of just come back slowly and what have you. That's my favorite one. That's also the most realistic. It was fun, man. It was fun as the draft nears. We're about almost a month away exactly from the draft. That is April 23rd. We're having our Saints Block Party podcast draft meetup in New Orleans next month. If you're a patreon.com/Saints Block Party, or if you're a YouTube member, if you want to attend, please RSVP so you can lock it in that you're going to come. But that was fun times. We didn't expect us to go so long. We've gone like an hour and 10 minutes. So apologize about how long we went, but had fun. We will be back soon to do the prospect of the week. I'm going to put the vote for the prospect of the week to our Patreon so we know who we're going to be talking about. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back soon for the prospect of the week and then back next week for sure. With that, we are out.
Peace.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming in an epic global gaming league video game showdown. 4 rounds, multiple games, 1 winner, plus a halftime performance by multi-platinum artist Travie McCoy. Watch all the action and see who wins and advances to the championship match against Neo right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.